Jaws dropped when General Hospital fans tuned into the July 8th episode, which revealed that, of all people, Willow was the individual who'd been stalking baby Daisy, turning on her mobile and moving the newborn from one spot to another. What the hell is Michael's ex-wife thinking? In a flashback, Willow spelled it all out for us. As she explained to Daisy, she felt betrayed by Sasha. And as for Michael, he won't let me see my children, so we're gonna show him how that feels, okay? Daisy seemed fine with it. The little one smiles at everything, the cutie that she is. But Willow, she's opening herself up to a whole new world of hurt. As it is, in the wake of her affair with Drew, Michael was granted sole custody of Wiley and Amelia, for now. That could, and likely will, become permanent if, when it comes to light, that Willow has been gaslighting Sasha. As if that wasn't bad enough, Willow could go so far as to kidnap Daisy. Her mental state, as we well know, is not exactly solid. Were she to panic or become even angrier at Michael, Carly, and Conti? Eesh! We hate to think that she'd be capable of doing something so traumatizing to Sasha. There remains the possibility that Drew's fiancé isn't altogether aware of what she is doing, as in, she may be suffering from dissociative identity disorder, which would explain the imminent visit from soap legend Erica Slezak. General Hospital hasn't disclosed the character that the Emmy winner will be playing, but her One Life to Live counterpart, Vicky Buchanan, suffered from a split personality for decades. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. It's always fun to get dolled up with your favorite someone for a night on the town, and General Hospital's Laura Wright shared a few shots from an event she attended where she had definitely been dressed to impress. The ABC soap star posted a couple of photos alongside her longtime boyfriend, Wes Ramsey, as the couple prepared to head out together. In the pics, Wright looked dazzling in a red strapless dress as Ramsey completed the look in a blue suit. "This dress is everything," she expressed, then went on to state the obvious. "He's pretty cute, too." Others thought they looked great, including Kimberly McCulloch, who stated, "Beautiful couple," as Steve Burton's wife Michelle recalled the event with which Wright wore the dress and shared, "Loved that dress you wore to our wedding." And the actress replied with a big "yes" to Michelle's comment. And if you'd like to own the Endless Rose strapless textured column midi dress, you can order yours today. Though the pics above seem to have been taken while attending Burton's wedding in May, Wright posted some recent ones from her family vacation in Carpinteria, California, that you may also enjoy. So grateful for the past few days spent in the most beautiful, cozy, inviting vacation rental. This space was just perfect for families, readers, chefs, and all dogs and monkeys. Have you gone on any getaways yet this summer? Share your favorite places to vacation and what you like to wear. In the comments section, General Hospital spoilers suggest that the ABC soap is writing Willow Tate into a corner, and fans can't help but speculate that Katelyn McMullen could be leaving the show. That's because GH viewers learned this week that Willow was Daisy Gilmore's vindictive stalker. Many fans could see the storyline swerving in this direction from a mile away, as Willow has been acting odd since she lost custody of Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos. However, the fact remains that Willow has crossed many legal lines lately as she struggles with her sanity. From breaking into the Quartermain mansion to handling Daisy. Without permission from her parents, this leaves only two options in her near future: jail or a mental health facility. Either choice wouldn't leave much screen time for Willow, so could this be a way to write out the character? Is Katelyn McMullen exiting show? Now, the interesting thing about this theory is that there is currently a buzz on the web that Sophia Matson, who plays Sasha Corbin, is exiting GH. This was foreshadowed during the Wednesday, July 9th episode, when a freaked-out Sasha told Michael Corinthos that the only way she can guarantee to keep Daisy safe is to leave town. If Willow's antics with Daisy persist, Sasha may shrug off any objections Mikhail has and make this statement a reality. With that said, everyone knows that no secret in Port Charles ever remains hidden, so Willow, at some point, will get caught for these actions. Whether someone hears her admitting to it, or she gets caught in the act, the truth about Daisy's stalker will surface and leave Michael outraged. It'll also leave Willow in a corner. There's been fan speculation that Willow could be suffering from dissociative identity disorder, which would explain her outrageous behavior. So if this is the case, Willow will require medical attention to help her overcome this condition. Even if Willow is just suffering from a mental health snap, this meltdown will have to be addressed. Then again, there is a potential that Willow is just diving into her dark side, thanks to Drew Cain's influence, which would mean Willow would head to jail, even if only for a short time. Either way, Willow will likely not be seen on canvas, even if it's for a small hiatus. Could this be a way to rewrite a recast in the role? General Hospital spoilers remind fans that there are often plot twists and turns throughout any storyline, so Willow could get cleared of all charges if Drew pays off a judge, or something of that sort, so only time will tell. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Thursday, July 10th reveal preventive measures. Someone's told to stay in his lane, and someone else gets a serious warning. Michael Corinthos takes preventive measures and lays out his terms. Kai Taylor's told to stay in his lane, and Carly Spencer delivers serious warnings. At the Quartermain mansion, Michael lays out his terms and takes preventive measures where Sasha Corbin and Daisy Gilmore are concerned. A frightened Sasha told Michael about all the bizarre happenings surrounding their baby girl and came to the conclusion the only way to keep Daisy safe was to move. Michael gave Sasha options of paying for somewhere safe in Port Charles, even suggesting she and Daisy move in with his mother, or Mac and Felicia Scorpio. But Sasha insists that taking Daisy and moving far from Port Charles is her only safe option. Michael tells her, "I can't let you guys leave." Read this. General Hospital, spoilers. Drew's shocking realization, Sidwell's not his friend. As Kai tries to brief Curtis Ashford about some important information, likely related to things he regrets having told Drew Cain, Curtis stops him. Curtis tells Kai to stay in his lane as he says, "You are meddling in affairs that you don't understand." What Kai doesn't know yet is that the information he gave Drew blew Curtis' plan to take Drew down all to pieces. Felicia came to report that when she looked for Jacinda in Australia, she had cleared out without a trace. He was going to pay her to testify against Drew. No doubt Curtis will let Kai say his piece, because Trina Robinson is outraged on Friday. Probably at Kai. Meanwhile, at GH, Marco Rios is with Lucas Jones, who's in scrubs, and it looks like a reporter has a mic in Marco's face. He tells the person with the mic if they keep harassing him, he will take legal action. It sounds like the paparazzi have descended on Port Charles in the midst of the fallout of his mother Natalia Ramirez's death and the fire at Charlie's pub. Of course, it's also a possibility that the person with the mic might be Councilman Ezra Boyle, asking nosy questions. Marco's blaming Sonny Corinthos for his mother's death, but that doesn't mean he wants to talk to Boyle about it or anyone else. Speaking of Sonny, Carly's at his house at Lucas's behest, delivering serious warnings. She came to talk Sonny out of involving Marco in his revenge, especially considering he saved Christina Corinthos Davis from the fire. Lucas was quite insistent that Marco is not his father, even though his anger at Sonny is somewhat understandable. It doesn't help that his father, Jen Sidwell, is encouraging him in his Sonny vengeance. Carly's upset as she tells Sonny if he escalates, he puts everyone in danger. In the meantime, Drew gets leverage against an enemy as he talks to someone. He says to the person, "You said you had something for me." It's doubtful Jacinda has made her way from Australia to Port Charles, and he already knows the plot Curtis and Felicia had. This could be anyone Drew's been doing his dirty dealing with, even Councilman Cosgrove or Sidwell. Drew considers several people enemies, from Michael to Curtis to even Sonny, in a more indirect way. These days, his enemies are pretty much anyone who disagrees with him. General Hospital spoilers tease Sonny Corinthos is out for blood in Port Chuck, zeroing in on Marco Rios as a target for revenge. Convinced that Marco's father, Jens Sidwell, is behind the firebombing of his penthouse that nearly killed Michael Corinthos and the Charlie's pub blaze on June 30th that endangered Christina Corinthos Davis. With previews hinting at Sonny's tit-for-tat retaliation, planning to strike Sidwell by targeting his son, The stage is set for an all-out war. Marco, already reeling from his mother Natalia Ramirez's suicide, saved Cristina from the fire. But will Sonny's ruthless vendetta spare him? Sonny's belief that Sidwell orchestrated the penthouse bombing and Charlie's fire, both aimed at his family, fuels his fury, seen in tense talks with Jason Morgan. Sidwell's bid to seize Sonny's peers, coupled with his cryptic taunts, makes him the prime suspect. Sonny's plan to hit back by targeting Marco, perhaps through intimidation, or framing him at Alexis Davis's law firm to take the fall for what Alexis and Cristina have done, mirrors Sidwell's family attacks. A chilling confrontation could see Sonny warn Marco, but will his grief over Natalia make Sonny hesitate or push him to strike harder? Marco's heroism in saving Cristina from the Charlie's fire, only to lose his mother, leaves him vulnerable, wrestling with guilt in anguished office moments. Unaware of Sidwell's potential role in the fires, Marco's work on the Cassadine estate's missing $10 million puts him in Sonny's sights. If Sonny acts, maybe leveraging a secret from Marco's past to pressure him, his retaliation could destroy Marco's career, or worse. Will Marco turn to Sidwell for protection, forming a father-son alliance, or stand alone against Sonny's wrath? Sonny's vendetta risks fracturing Port Charles, with Cristina torn by Marco's sacrifice and her loyalty to Sonny. Michael's recovery and custody win over Amelia and Wiley Corinthos could fuel Sonny's rage, while Anna Devane's investigation might expose Sidwell's guilt. General Hospital spoilers for the week of July 14th suggest some curveballs. Fans can expect Ava Jerome to face more temptation. Rocco Falconeri makes a bold move. Plus, what is going to happen to Marco Rios? Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the ABC soap opera. Let's start off with Jason Morgan, who has some missions to complete for Sonny Corinthos. One of them is retaliating on Jens Sidwell by targeting Marco. The Moss boss told his right-hand man that since Sidwell came after his daughter, Cristina Corinthos Davis, they are going after the villain's son. On Marco's side, he is furious over Natalia Ramirez's death. Although it was an overdose, Marco and Sidwell both blame Sonny for the woman's death. It seems that Sidwell might have a plan of his own to make Sonny pay. However, will Marco be on board with all the bloodshed? Marco is a good guy and a legal whiz. However, injustice and grief can make people dark. General Hospital spoilers for next week reveal that Sasha Gilmore will have some serious decisions to make. Sasha wants to take Daisy Gilmore Corinthos away from Port Charles. However, Michael Corinthos will offer an alternative suggestion. Michael is determined to keep Sasha and Daisy close to him, but when will Willow Tate's cruel plan be exposed? Fans might also see Willow's behavior get worse, as she seems to be turning a sinister corner. Kelly Thiebaud is coming back before the end of the month. That could be a big storyline for Rocco, who just found out about Britt's role in his existence. I do have a feeling that eventually, Jocelyn Jacks and Emma Scorpio Drake might join forces in the Professor Henry Hank Dalton investigation. Also, Kai Taylor and Trina Robinson's relationship could be on the rocks soon. As for Ava and Cody Bell, they could face some more temptation. While Ava rejected Cody's kiss, she often does this before landing in bed with someone. How will this affect Max Scorpio's matchmaking and Molly Lansing Davis' future? Try to imagine if Johnny met Rocco, and the two commiserated over their disturbing origin tales. They could become fast friends. The trauma that poor Johnny has gone through on Days of Our Lives seemed insurmountable. He learned the awful truth about his secret origin. He was conceived after his father, EJ, forced himself on his mother Sammy. Meanwhile, over on General Hospital, Rocco also learned about his origin tale. Dr. Britt Westbourne stole an embryo belonging to Dante and Lulu, implanted it in herself, and eventually gave birth to the boy. While an inter-network crossover hasn't happened in years, Johnny and Rocco should get together to commiserate about their origin stories. Although GH's Gio recently suffered trauma when he learned his parents were not his parents, all that story happened off-screen. We got to witness Britt not only give birth to Rocco, whom she named Ben, but also raise the boy for a year. And the eventual reveal and discovery by Lulu and Dante that Ben was their kid was heartbreaking. In Salem, Johnny learned the awful truth about the time his mom, Sammy, needed help because Lucas was trapped in a collapsed cabin. She found EJ and begged him for help. He agreed, but only if she slept with him. Now, Johnny's a suspect in his father's attempted murder, and it's not inconceivable that the young man would be driven to revenge after learning the shocking news. Although Rocco's probably a little too young to go traveling by himself, perhaps Johnny takes a business trip to Port Charles. It's possible he meets with the good ladies of deception to strike a deal for Gabby Schick. When he gets a little time off, he may want to take in some of the local scenery, and someone points him towards Bobby's Diner. There, Rocco could come in to also grab a bite. Seated at the counter, the two might strike up a conversation, especially if Rocco seems down and Johnny inquires about what's wrong. The two could compare notes and commiserate about their troubling origin stories. They could have a deep conversation, and while Johnny's tale is far more horrible than Rocco's, Johnny would appreciate the demented nature of Britt's actions. The political machine being Congressman Drew Cain and his trusty intern Kai Taylor. In addition to an outraged Trina, General Hospital spoilers for Friday, July 11th, 2025, will also focus on Anna consoling Emma and Rocco making a bold move. Roo-row. If Trina is outraged, then she has discovered her boyfriend's betrayal. Kai told Drew everything that he overheard at Trina's house. That Curtis was currently tracking down the escort from the night the ketamine-soaked congressman did shots off of Jacinda's stomach. He chose a side, and it wasn't his girlfriend's. Kai felt obligated to tell the congressman who had been so good to him. He thinks that Drew is on the right side of history. Will Kai's betrayal mean the end of Trina and Kai? Tracy is all about warning people, so, when she cautions Chase, is this about finding out about his wife's role in Rocco, learning the crazy circumstances surrounding his birth? Meanwhile, Rocco has been reeling ever since he discovered his birth origin story. He has talked to his parents, who explained what happened from their perspective. And he summoned Jason over and learned there was a whole different side to Britt. So what happens when Rocco makes a bold move? It's comfort time when Anna consoles Emma, presumably over the fact that she didn't get the summer intern gig, and Jocelyn did. Emma can't let go of the fact that she wanted to be the one to bring down Professor Dalton. Could she find a way to achieve justice without having the internship? Or will Joss and Vaughn's plan to distract her from going all Nancy Drew work? General Hospital spoilers indicate that Drew Cain gains leverage this week. Could that leverage be that Jen Sidwell bribed the judge to rule in favor of Michael Corinthos, obtaining full custody of his children? Sidwell is working closely with Drew to help get Sonny out of Port Charles and help getting Proposition C passed. However, Drew could stumble upon this information, and he could finally meet his match. During one of his visits to Windermere, Ezra Boyle could overhear a conversation between Sidwell and Judge Eva Heron, where Eva brings up the fact that Sidwell paid her to give full custody to Michael. She may be asking Sidwell to return the favor. Ezra would use what he overheard to his advantage and get a handsome donation from Drew. Ezra would conduct business about Proposition C and to discuss taking down Sonny Corinthos with Sidwell, as per usual, and then be on his way. Ezra would then go see Drew and tell him that he overheard something that would prove useful in helping Willow Tate regain custody of her children. Drew would ask Ezra to tell him what he knows, but Ezra would ask him for a sizable donation to his mayoral campaign. After Drew agrees to the terms, Ezra would tell him that Sidwell paid off Judge Heron to rule in Michael's favor. Drew would wonder why, and could quickly piece together that Sidwell was behind the fire at Sonny's penthouse that injured Michael, and that this was his way of making things right. Now armed with this information, Drew may be in over his head. Now that Drew has the information, he could threaten Sidwell. Sidwell would tell him that he has no proof of this, and it would be in his best interest to keep his mouth shut. Since they both have a common interest in wanting Sonny out of Port Charles, Sidwell trusts that Drew will keep quiet. Drew promised Willow that he would get the children back from Michael, so he could decide to expose the bribery. He works towards collecting proof, and works towards figuring out a way to expose the truth. Sidwell could be one step ahead of Drew, and realize that he is trying to obtain proof that Judge Heron was bribed in order to help Willow. He would have to make sure that this did not happen, and Drew could have finally met his match. It would be very dangerous for Drew to go up against Sidwell, and Drew could be putting himself and Willow at risk. What do you think? Do you think that Drew will learn the truth about the bribery? Will Drew go up against Sidwell in order to help Willow get her children back? Will Drew finally meet his match against Sidwell? Keep watching General Hospital weekdays on ABC to find out what's next. In the upcoming episode of the ABC soap opera General Hospital airing on July 10th, 2025, Michael Corinthos is ready to take action to stop Sasha Gilmore Corbin and baby Daisy from leaving Port Charles. At the same time, Drew Kane receives an important package that could give him the upper hand in a growing conflict. Viewers can also expect fallout from Kai Taylor's recent confession, which creates more tension with Curtis Ashford. Stella Henry tries to help Curtis and Portia fix their struggling marriage, but Portia's meeting with Jordan Ashford turns cold and uncomfortable. Meanwhile, Sonny and Carly argue about a dangerous mob situation, and Jocelyn Jax is put on the spot by Emma Scorpio Drake, who wants answers about her recent breakup. After Sasha expresses that she wants to leave town with Daisy to keep her safe, Michael doesn't agree. He wants to protect Daisy. He doesn't think running away is the answer. Michael plans to make a deal with Sasha to keep her and Daisy in Port Charles, and if she doesn't agree, he might even threaten to fight for custody. Recently on General Hospital, Curtis was caught off guard when his plan to bribe Jacinda didn't work because Drew stepped in and stopped her. On Thursday, Curtis finds out why, as Kai admits he was the one who warned Drew. Already frustrated by his failed plans, Curtis gets angry at Kai for interfering in things he doesn't really understand. Meanwhile, Trina might soon learn that Kai has been hiding even more. Drew Kane on General Hospital has been quietly trying to stop Curtis' sneaky plans, and he gets an important package at just the right time. Whatever's inside could give him an advantage, maybe some new information or something useful for legal action. It's not clear yet if Kai helped make this happen, or if someone else is involved, but it puts Drew in a stronger position. Stella on General Hospital notices trouble in Curtis and Portia's marriage, so she tries to give Portia advice to help fix things. But Portia still faces challenges. When she talks to Jordan, the conversation is tense and uncomfortable. Even if Portia tries to make peace, Jordan doesn't trust her and thinks she might have hidden motives. At the hospital, Marco talks to someone about the threats he's been getting and says he might take legal action if it doesn't stop. Meanwhile, Sonny thinks about going after Jen's Sidwell more aggressively, but Carly steps in and asks him to back off. Lucas had already asked Carly to calm Sonny down so she could try to stop things from getting more dangerous. Jocelyn's breakup with Vaughn has people talking, especially since the two of them are still playing games behind the scenes. Emma questions Jocelyn, wanting to know what's really going on. Retaliatory moves are being set on General Hospital, as the mobsters, politicians, and residents are ready with their counterattacks on their enemies. While Michael tries to talk Sasha away from her decision, Stella has a piece of sound advice for Portia. Elsewhere, Marco is gearing up for a legal war if threatened. A YouTube channel named General Hospital Preview came out with a teaser video for the soap's episode to air on Thursday, July 10th, 2025. The turmoil encompassing Port Charles is evident from the clip. Michael is seen addressing Sasha's decision to leave town, saying he may further reassure her about their daughter Daisy's safety. Meanwhile, Portia is shown receiving advice from the senior lady of the family, Stella, who tells her whether this calms Portia's worries about her marriage remains to be seen. Elsewhere, Marco looks determined as he issues a warning. He may be targeting his remarks towards his father's enemy, Sonny Corinthos. Meanwhile, the other story arcs involve Kai's conversation with Curtis, Carly's concerns about her family, and Drew's next action on the long-running ABC daily soap. As the General Hospital spoilers tease, Sasha's alarm about her daughter's safety makes her want to leave town. However, Michael will put his foot down on her plan, despite promising to support her in every decision. He is seen refusing to let her leave with their baby girl. Further, to calm Sasha, he may guarantee their safety while under his watch. The next frame in the YouTube teaser video shows Kai facing Curtis. The sportsman possibly came clean to Curtis about overhearing the latter's ploy and giving Drew a tip about it. However, the Aurora CEO asks him to stay out of a situation the young man has no clear idea about. In the General Hospital teaser clip, the following scene sees Aunt Stella asking Portia to remember what she means to Curtis, and vice versa. This comes in the wake of Curtis's disappointment over Portia's lies, and the couple may be headed for a broken marriage soon. The next scene hints at the looming mob war in town, as Marco Rio speaks emphatically on the extended microphone before him. He threatens that if anyone harasses him, he will take the legal route to go after them. Lucas is seen standing next to him following his talk with Carly on Wednesday's episode, dated July 9th. Meanwhile, Carly is seen confronting Sonny. She warns the mob boss that any escalation of the volatile situation would put everyone in danger. Carly may be referring to Sonny's plan to target Marco in retaliation for Christina's brush-off with the fire sabotage. The teaser video ends with Drew, as the congressman queries that there must be something for him. He is possibly addressing Jacinda, asking for the intel the latter was supposed to hand over to Curtis. Threatened by Drew, the escort may play into his hands, derailing Curtis's plan. General Hospital stars have received nominations for the 52nd Annual Daytime Emmy Awards. Soap Central has the details on which of your favorites in Port Charles have gotten nods, and in what other categories the ABC soap opera has been nominated. In the Outstanding Lead Performance in a Daytime Drama Series, actress, GH stars Nancy Lee Grahn and Laura Wright have both been nominated. Their fellow nominees include the young and the restless actresses Sharon Case, Eileen Davidson, Melissa Claire Egan, and Michelle Stafford. Stafford is a 3-time Daytime Emmy winner and took home the statuette last year. Case won the 1999 Daytime Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series. Davidson won Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series in 2014 for her role as Kristen on Days of Our Lives. She won 3 years later for playing Y&R's Ashley. The nominees may be gathering for lunch between now and the Daytime Emmys. The traditional get-together was started by Susan Flannery decades ago. In the category of Outstanding Lead Performance in a Drama Series, actor Dominic Zamprogna scored a nod as Dante. He has been nominated 4 times before in either the lead or supporting categories. GH also received nominations for Outstanding Drama Series, Outstanding Drama Series Writing Team, and Outstanding Drama Series Directing Team. In 2024, the ABC soap opera swept all 3 categories, a feat that has only been achieved twice before: Ryan's Hope in 1979 and Days in 2018. Taj Bello, who has been missing as of late as TJ Ashford, received a nomination in the category of Outstanding Supporting Performance in a Daytime Drama Series. Actor, along with GH pals Jonathan Jackson and Gregory Harrison. The other nominees in this group are Blake Barris and Michael Graciade. In the category of Outstanding Supporting Performance in a Daytime Drama Series, actress Kate Mansi was nominated. Other nominees in that category include Y&R actresses Susan Walters and last year's winner, Courtney Hope, and Days actresses Lindsay Godfrey and Emily O'Brien. In the Outstanding Guest Performance in a Daytime Drama Series category, nods went to 3 GH actresses, Allie Mills, Jacqueline Lopez, and Avery Kristen Pohl. Their fellow nominees include Y&R stars Valerie Pettiford and Lyndon Ashby, and also Clint Howard. GH received nominations in the categories Outstanding Writing Team for a Daytime Drama Series, Outstanding Directing Team for a Daytime Drama Series, Outstanding Casting, Outstanding Costume Design, Styling, and Outstanding Hair and Makeup. Katelyn McMullen opened up about where Willow's desire for revenge against Michael and Sasha comes from. On General Hospital, while fans suspected that Nell Benson was back from the dead and tormenting Sasha, it turned out that Willow was the perpetrator. She not only messed with baby Daisy's mobile, but she also changed the child's outfit and changed their positioning in the crib. In addition, she made Sasha think the baby was kidnapped. Katelyn McMullen opened up about Willow's dark turn and her motivation. McMullen sat down with Soap Opera Digest and revealed that she didn't initially know that Willow was going to go down a dark path. When filming the scenes in the hospital after Willow's courtroom meltdown, she heard Sophia Matson's Sasha on another set screaming that she was given the wrong baby. McMullen wondered who could have done that. It wasn't too long after that when she realized her character was messing with Sasha. She felt that while this dark turn seemed a little out of character, it was understandable. Realizing that Willow was becoming unhinged from losing her kids in court, the actress stated that, "It kind of just helped me double down on that there are just going to be moments where she's not quite there, you know?" Along with her grief over the custody battle, McMullen felt, "I do think that her trauma is absolutely going to influence the way that she goes about doing things." She cited Willow's troubled youth as a major factor in her switch to the dark side. Let's not forget that Willow was raised in the deceptive cult, Dawn of Day. "I think that's just a really interesting human thing to explore," she remarked about Willow's trauma-based rationale. She felt that Willow's negative experiences were informing her current decisions. Willow wants Sasha and Michael to feel her pain, and her revenge marks a major dark turn for the character. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.